I'm Tom Shields, checking out the Osoyoos Coyote junior hockey scene following an interesting weekend in the Okanagan Division. The Coyotes were looking to go 7-0 when they played last Friday in Kelowna, but, and we've heard this story before, folks, they solidly outplayed Kelowna and outshot them 46-20. That was it, though. They lost 3-2. So on Saturday night, the group of guys wearing the Coyote sweater were upset at themselves, and they showed no mercy and pounded Princeton 8-0. Plus, it's the second straight 8-0 win at home, as the week before they beat the hapless Sycamoose Eagles 8-0 at the Sun Bowl. Jeanette Heppel, the three-star pickers, had it made a bit easier for her in this game as goaltender Liam Aiken picked up his second shutout in his second start of his young junior hockey career. A great feat, but a bit unnoticed as there were not a lot of opposition scoring chances, but he has handled 47 shots so far this year in 2 games for a 0.00 goals against average and a 100% save rate. First star in the game was Hunter Johnson, who whipped up the natural hat trick, scoring goals 6, 7, and 8 to cap a game that was already capped, as the Coyotes didn't take the foot off the gas pedal all night. Well, be darned if the tables weren't switched again on Sunday. The Princeton Posse, who went home suffering that butt-kicking by the Coyotes, decided to take it all out on the Summerland Steve, right in Summerland, and the Posse beat the Steam 3-1 Sunday afternoon. Or we could say former Coyote Tristan Olston beat the team 3-1. Olsen had all 3 Princeton goals, including the empty netter to seal it away. As we head into this weekend's activities, Summerland 16 points, Osoyoos is 14, the Coyotes have a whopping 3 games in hand. Kelowna's 12 points, also at 3 games in hand over Summerland. North Okanagan 9 and Princeton is 6. Here's a trivia question. In the 1950s and early 1960s, the brush cut was a popular hairstyle of that era. Who was the last NHL player to play with a brush cut? The answer is the former Toronto defenseman who played with Buffalo, Tim Horton. In 1964, Tim, along with his business partner, formed the first Tim Hortons Donut in Hamilton, Ontario. We're glad he did, as Tim Hortons Donuts will be our sponsor on Friday night when the Coyotes host the Chase Heat 7:35 at the Sun Bowl. Both teams were in second place in their division. Chase a point behind her Mile House. Coyotes are 2 behind Sunderland, but as I mentioned, 3 games in hand. There will be giveaways from Tim Hortons, and a Chuck-a-Duck contest will be the second intermission feature as folks toss the bathtub-type rubber duck, hoping to dunk it in the fishbowl and win the jackpot, now sitting at $350. The game will also feature the return of Ryan Roseboom, who was with the Coyotes 2 years ago, where the Boomer had 16 goals and 28 assists for 44 points. They also called him the Boomer, too, because he logged 63 minutes in penalties and enjoys the rugged going out on the ice. He will also be the 6th Terrace player in the Coyote lineup this season. However, there will not be 6 Terrace players on the ice for this Friday night. Colin Bell sits this one out as he was involved in a fight with Cody Lassiter from Princeton in the final 10 minutes of the third period Saturday night, and that draws an extra game suspension, so he's out of Friday night's lineup. It'll be an interesting weekend as far as goaltending is concerned, as Coach Ken Law will use both his netminders. One game is at home against the second-place Chase Chiefs, and the other game Saturday night is in North Okanagan. Whatever game Liam Aiken gets to play, it won't be a walk in the park, because he goes into the game with 120 minutes of junior hockey goaltending, a 2-0 record, no goals allowed. Adam Jones, by the way, is no slouch either, with a 2.14 goals against average, and that ranks him 7th among 40 goaltenders in the KIJHL. In the last Saturday's 8-0 win over Princeton, Judd Rapoli played defense as Ryan Allen was out with an injury. He was coupled with solid defenseman Daniel Stone, and he did a good job. Tristan Olsen, though, did a pretty good move on him, and that showed Judd was still new to the defensive position. That move was a dilly, folks. But what also showed was the ease with which Rapoli moved the puck out of his own end and started the team on an offensive thrust. When he did that, he reminded me a bit of Edmonton's Paul Coffey in their heydays. Friday night, Chase Heat and Tim Hortons all at the Sun Bowl with the Osoyoos Coyotes ready to host a good one. I'm Tom Shields looking at the Coyotes and the KIJHL on Cairo.